Now, to understand this all, I'm going to go into why government, church, religion, and law all relate. It deals with the understanding of the science of words. Remember, words relate to keys. That's why they call them keywords, and keys open doors to understanding. And during the old times, during the Christian Crusades, they had this concept of the Inquisition. Now, Inquisition doesn't mean what you think it means, and it didn't come from where you think it comes from. Inquisition means to inquire, or in other words, to interrogate. But you interrogate for the reason of giving someone prison time. And so the interrogation became so harsh during the medieval times in Europe that they had this concept of the king's court, where the court was the king was the judge, the jury, and the executioner, and you didn't have a trial. That's why the Constitution in America adopted the concept of being innocent until proven guilty, and then there came the existence of trials by jury, or a jury trial, which is two different things. But nevertheless, the mass incarceration of people that look like me is a branch or an extension of the Inquisition. You're interrogated. Your words are twisted, charges are trumped up. All this thing has been taking place since ancient times. And it comes from the concept of the word order. Order comes from the Latin word ordos. Ordos is a phrase on the dollar bill, ordo seclorum, meaning a new order for the ages. Well, if we look at the old world order, what you'll find is this thing's been going on for a very long time. And the word order doesn't mean what you think it means. Order means to live under a religious discipline, right? Discipline is related to the word disciples. Same root word, family. You can see the word disciple in discipline. And if you're disciplined, you live by what they call rules. Now, rules don't mean what you think they mean. Rules they came into existence from the church. The first rule of the church was that they would ordain people. Now, obviously, ordain is related to the word ordo. Ordo is related to the word order. And so when you go to court, if you get out of line, when that magistrate bangs his gavel, he doesn't say act right. No, he says you better have order in this court, right? And so during these times, when the Jacques De-Molay and his grand masters and the Knights Templars, they were being executed, they were going through what you call a trial by ordeal. You can see the word ordeal related to order. I can't look up everything, but order, that comes from ordos, the Latin word, the Latin phrase. Ordos is where you get the concept of ordain. Yeah, like priest, they're ordained. And bishops who control the cities, they use the law and they do what? Administer ordinances. You see it? And so the trial by ordeal was something where your innocence was proved through an act of God. Again, we're getting towards this relationship between religion and God and the law. And that's why you have what you call rods. Rods is related to the word ordo. It's called an anagram. An anagram is broken down two ways. Ana means backwards. Gram is related to grammar. So an anagram is how you take letters and arrange them backwards, and they give you new words for new meanings. And so order, O-R-D, is related to rod. That's why Jesus had a rod and a staff, like the Pharaohs had a rod and a staff, and they comforted them, not you. Now, an anagram would take this word and make it a rod. That's why rod deals with punishment and keeping order, like a sheep who grazes the shepherd grazes the sheep. He has a rod. Like Jesus, who had the rod. And the pharaohs got the rod. And the rod deals with what? Rule. And rule relates to rule. And yes, so within rules, you have what they call the statutes, the ordinances. And there's your order or your ordos. And you can see it in the word coordinates. And so statutes, ordinances, and codes, they have numbers. The penal codes, 23.-100, etc. It's math, science, government, religion, and court. It's all related. And so a rule it means to straighten you out. And though that's why a ruler is used to straighten lines. And so just like a ruler straightens lines, the religious order and their rules straighten up men when they get out of line. And that's the concept of where you get to stand at attention. You straighten up, because all the old emperors and the Egyptian priests and those in the Masonic orders had this concept of getting the world getting men to stand straight and up and be upright. So you stand at attention, which was related to mathematics, because your feet are at a 45 or a 90-degree angle, one or the other.